Okay, mic check 1 2 1 2. I am the Y2K collector and I am back. It is the weekend and it's upon us. It's always great when we can make it to the end of a week and we know we've got some days off and we can spend some of that time getting into some awesome gaming. And so definitely looking forward to that. Don't want to take too much time, but I did want to come at you with a quick pickups video. I've been able to take advantage of some pretty cool hauls. Have been able to also get some quick pickups here and there. And all these have just been added to some of the systems that I've been slowly building a collection for, including the Xbox One, as well as the Nintendo DS. Do have a couple other cool pickups that I want to share. Save those for the end. Got some nostalgic stuff, which is always fun, and even got in a couple of Switch pre-orders, so we're really excited about that. So not gonna do too much jabbering or blabbering, just gonna get right into it and let you know how we're starting off this December. So we're going to go ahead and kick it off with some of these Xbox pickups, and we're going to go ahead and start with the Grand Theft Auto 5, right, for the Xbox One. So this is I think a recent release. I did see this come out, and as I am building that Xbox One collection slowly, I always try to wait for these to go on sale. And I waited for Black Friday to come and was just able to pick up a bunch of stuff at great discounts, and Grand Theft Auto 5 was one of them. Another one that I went ahead and grabbed here was Watch Dogs Legion. Don't know too much about this one, but from what I saw in the let's get that in focus there. Let's get it in focus. But from what I saw in the videos, the ads, just kind of the footage, the graphics definitely drew me in. And this is one that I wanted to check out. So pick this up as well on the Xbox. That is Watch Dogs Legion. Next up is a Square Enix game. This is a Square Enix RPG. And this looks really cool. Can't wait to dive into this. And this is Nier Replicant on the Xbox One. I don't see a lot of fun looking Square Enix games on the Xbox One, so I was glad when I ran into this one and decided to grab it. Again, don't know much about this game, brand new. Saw a little bit, read the back. You know, I'm kind of old school with these games. I'll pick them up, read the back, look at the imagery. I might go to YouTube to see a little bit more, but this was one that I thought was cool and grab that as well. And then last but not least, this one I had to grab because I'm a fan of this series. Loved the movie, and can't wait for the next one to come out. They need to bring Adam Warlock into the Marvel Universe. Let's bring that guy out. We know he's there. Hopefully he's coming. Cannot wait to see Adam Warlock. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at this one. This is Guardians of the Galaxy for the Xbox One, and this is the Cosmic Deluxe Edition. And this is one that I went ahead and picked up. Had some gift cards, thankfully had some really cool gift cards and was able to take advantage of that and snag these all up from Best Buy. So Best Buy is great for these big box releases, especially when they have their sales, and you combine the sales with gift cards. And then if you have if you have a credit card provider that you can earn points from when you spend, sometimes you can use those points and get gift cards. And that's a great way for you to burn. It's a great way for me to burn some of that extra points bonus stuff by just converting it into Best Buy gift cards and going to town on some of these new games that come out. And that does it for the Xbox stuff. Now we're going to turn to some of these Switch games, and I got a couple of really cool imports here that I'm excited about. First one is a Kung Fu style samurai beat 'em up game, and this is Okinawa Rush. Now this just looks like a blast. This is imported from Pixel Heart Games, so it is in English, but this is an import. Pixel Heart came out with this one. I believe Video Games New York is coming out with their rendition of it. VGNY Soft is good for that, and I think I have a pre-order with them as well, just in case this one doesn't pan out that great in terms of, translation. But I think this is in English, and it'll probably play exactly the same. So, but this is a cool one. Again, this is like a samurai style beat 'em up 2D. It's like a 2D beat 'em up game, like a 16-bit style. I love the footage on this. Couldn't wait for this to come out and picked it up. All right, next one we have here is another 2D side scroller. This is another 16-bit style game. Really like this one. Also one that VGNY has come out with, and this is Wallachia. I think that's how you say this game, Wallachia. This is like a 2D side scroller. This plays like Valis, like the Valis games, or what's the other game? I can't remember it, but those Sega Genesis, 2D side scrollers. Yeah, Super Valis. This is kind of what it plays like. Pretty cool game on the Switch. My style. Went ahead and grabbed that. Now we're going to get into some DS stuff. Was able to get a pretty cool DS lot. So pretty stoked about these, and we'll go through them from the lot here. First up is we have Valkyrie Profile. I have this on the PlayStation 1, the PSP. I don't know if I have a version of it on the PS Vita, but this is a very fun RPG that I've picked up. I think I like the artistic style of the Valkyrie Profile series, and so these games have always made their way into my collection, and so this is another one that I went and picked up here. Looking forward to getting into this RPG. The next one that we have here is an action beat 'em up. We're all about that action here. And so we have Beautiful Joe on the DS, and this is Double Trouble. So Beautiful Joe, Double Trouble on the DS. These Beautiful Joe games are great. I have them, Beautiful Joe 1 and 2 on the PlayStation. I know there's a version for the GameCube. Don't have that one, but this one is fun. It looks like a bunch of fun. I've played the Beautiful Joe games, and glad to have that on the DS. The next one that we have here is Ivy the Kiwi. So this is an interesting 2D side scroller as well. This is one that you got to use your stylus to move your character across. But this is a very interesting one. Love the art style of this game and wanted to pick it up. Plus it's by XE. They make some pretty good stuff. So pick that up as well on the system. Next up, we have a pretty cool Sega game, Sonic Chronicles. Not the most fun Sonic game I've ever played. Again, you kind of have to use the stylus to move Sonic, and that stylus takes away from the fluidity of the game, especially when you think about how Sonic is like a speed run type game. So, but it is one that got there as well. And then we have this next up here, we've got Chrono Trigger on the DS, Square Enix. This one is very fun. I did play Chrono Trigger on the SNES. I had it way back. Well, my brother had it way back in the day. I have it on the PlayStation 1, but this is the best way to play it. You get all of the benefits of the PS1 version without any of the load delays, and I think it just looks better. Looks a little cleaner on the DS. So cool one to have there. And then next up, this was one, this one's sealed, and this is an RPG that I've heard a lot about as well. So one that I definitely plan to get into, but this is Golden Sun. And yes, Golden Sun Dark Dawn on the DS. I think they have these games on the Game Boy Advanced as well, but was able to get this one here. So got that one in there. And then last but not least, we have Metroid Samus Returns. And this is basically just a reboot of the Metroid Return of Samus that came out on the Game Boy back in the day. Beat that version, and wanted to get this version as well because it does look like a lot of fun. It's an enhanced version of that game, and it looks like it will play a lot like Metroid Dread. So I'm not sure if this is one that was slept on due to it just being on the 3DS, but this is one that I definitely will enjoy. And then we're going to get down to these last two, and these are two that have more nostalgic feel. And this first one is for the SNES, and that is going to be XMen. What is this? The Mutant Apocalypse version. And I remember this one. This and War of the Gems. I didn't play this one as much as I played War of the Gems. But this one does take me back a bit. Played this for a little bit, and I think I played the Sega Genesis version of this. I think the Sega Genesis version is X-Men 2. Feels like, X-Men 2 was fun on the Sega Genesis, but this is definitely one that I wanted to have there on the SNES, because the only things I get on the SNES are pretty much shoot 'em ups like space shooters or beat 'em ups, and this is kind of like a side scrolling beat 'em up. So that one I did add. Whoa. And then last but not least, this one's super nostalgic for me. And this is a Game Boy, an original Game Boy game. And this is Batman Return of the Joker. And I remember my cousins having this game. And I remember the gameplay of this Batman game was so fun because Batman can wall jump in this game. So you can wall jump, and you can grapple, and you could throw batarangs. So it was just very cool. The graphics were really great for Game Boy, even though Game Boy was basically black and white, and there wasn't a ton of animation. But for what this was at the time, this is a very fun Game Boy game. I would encourage you strongly to play it. Batman Return of the Joker. This is one that I added back into the collection. And that does it for the pickups here. It's been crazy. A lot of things going on, getting ready for the holidays. We're back at work, and not a ton of time to kind of get out there and game hunt at all, really. And really, the more consistent you are with it, the more likely you are bound to, strike gold every once in a while. But just the time factor is just so crazy. And so that's why, I've been doing a lot more lots. I've been waiting for things to go on sale. I've been burning gift cards. I've just been, trying to be real savvy about how I get some of these. And then, for those ones that you got to hand pick, sometimes you got to go on to, eBay, perhaps, Mercari, Amazon Marketplace. I think for certain systems that are old but not super old, you can still find a lot of the stuff sealed. And if I can, like for instance, for the 3DS, it's old but it's not super old. And if I can find sealed stuff for it, I definitely will buy it, especially if it's at like a discounted MSRP price. So if it's like a game that, would have normally been, I don't know, $50 and it's on Amazon for $20. Well, hey, that's a huge discount for a factory sealed 3DS game. And so that's great. And there's a lot of really fun games out there for the 3DS. There's a lot of really fun games out there for the DS. And the DS games look amazing on the new 3DS XL. It is a large handheld, but they do play great. So getting into the DS has been a ton of fun, a ton of great games. So many, I hate to use the term hidden gems, but a lot, like Commando Steel Disaster. That's like Metal Slug on steroids. The Castlevania games on the DS are amazing. Bang.io is amazing. There's just a ton of really fun games on the DS and 3DS. So if you haven't checked that out, would definitely recommend it. And that's it. I'm done with the jabbering and blabbering. I am the Y2K Collector. Thanks for checking me out. Hopefully you have a great weekend. You get to find some great games and have some great adds to your collection. Alrighty, take it easy.